Hi everyone, welcome to this B yoga session. I'm Billie and today's session is a focus on alignment. Okay, so I'll talk a bit about alignment as we move through the session. So it is one of our yin yoga sessions where we hold the poses for a long period of time to really work deep into the muscles and stretch the fascia as well. Okay, so this is take 2. Let's hope we get to the end of this one. Hopefully there won't need to be a take 3. Okay, I don't have any props today, but if you like to use props in yin, then feel free to have some on hand, and I will instruct when you can use them, but use them whenever it feels right for you. Okay? Right, coming into a comfortable seat, and let's start by closing down the eyes. So the session is all about alignment, so let's start finding a little bit of movement. Bring the chest forward, sort of arch the back a little bit, and then bring the body back, curl through the spine. Just a small movement. And this will help us to really find our center and find where we need to be when we're sitting up straight. And just begin to make the movement a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, and a little bit smaller until you find stillness. Lengthen tall through the spine, up through the crown of the head. Take note here if your chin is sort of jutting forward, and if it is, just bring it in, and you can think about lengthening the back of the neck. That will help you to lower the chin down. And we are focusing on our alignment here, so we're stacking head, shoulders, ribs, pelvis, all on top of each other, nice and straight. Draw the shoulder blades down, and let's begin to introduce our breath, our diaphragmatic breathing. Okay, so we breathe in through the nose, send it down into the belly, feel the belly expand. And as you exhale, feel the belly begin to draw in. And let it all go. Empty the lungs. And now begin to lengthen the breath. Slow it down. Slow down the breath. Slow down the body. Slow down the mind. And when you're ready, gently bat the eyelids open, and we'll move into our first pose. So we're lying down on our side for this first pose. I'm going to go on the left, but feel free to start with the right if you prefer. So lying down, left arm is extended if you're on the left, like me. Let's extend the legs long as well. We'll just hold it here for a moment, really stacking the hips one above the other. Okay, from here we're moving into our cat pulling its tail pose. We're going to bend the bottom leg, bring it up, and then with your top arm you're going to grab onto your foot. Okay? From here, allow the hand and the foot to come down to the earth, and you can allow your shoulder to come back. Okay? From here, begin to reach your right foot or your top foot forward. Reach, 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 reach. You should feel a nice stretch, hopefully down your IT band, perhaps in the hamstring. Now feel free to have this leg bent if that feels better, and you can also put it on a bolster or a couple of cushions or something like that if you'd like that extra support. Okay, from here, we're allowing that right shoulder, the top shoulder, to come back. See if you can bring the shoulder towards the earth, and then wherever is comfortable for your left arm, you just can put it there. Okay, this is our pose. So begin to soften, perhaps closing down the eyes. Breathing deep into the belly. You can think about reaching away from the body through the left leg. So reach the left knee away. That will intensify the stretch through the front of the left leg. Stay with me. See if you can relax the parts of the body that don't need to be active right now. Feel the belly rise and fall. And notice the speed of your breath. Perhaps it's sped up as you're trying to figure out this pose, because there's lots of different parts to it. And if so, bring that focus back to the breath. Slow it down. Particularly the exhale. Take your time to let it go. One more deep breath into the belly and let it out. From here, let's just release, roll back onto your side, and we're going to switch sides. I'll just swing myself around. So lying down on your side, the bottom arm is extended. Stack the hips here to begin. Let's bend the bottom leg, grabbing hold with the top arm. All right, from here, allow the hand and the foot to come down to the earth. Allow that top shoulder to start moving back. Reach. If you don't want to reach the foot forward, that's perfectly fine. Reach the left foot forward. Remember, you can use a prop here if you'd like to. You can keep it bent or straight. And then last little bit here is we open up, bring the head to the mat, put that right arm wherever feels right, and close down the eyes. So hopefully you're feeling a nice twist through the spine. Stretch through the front of the right leg as you reach the knee away a beautiful stretch down the left IT band. Reconnect with the breath. Allow that left shoulder to open up. Perhaps with each exhale it opens up just a tiny bit more. So you work really deep into the body. I'm sorry if you can hear my daughter. I think she might be having her face wiped after dinner. She doesn't enjoy it. One more deep belly breath here. And let it go. Release the pose, come back onto your side. And we're going to roll straight onto the belly now. Okay, coming onto the belly. We're coming into our Sphinx pose. So once again, really focusing on the alignment here. We want our elbows directly under our shoulders, and then the hands directly in front of the elbows. Splay the fingers, press into the mat. And what I want you to think about here is, rather than sinking down, really create some space between yourself and the mat, lifting up, lifting up, lifting up. And you do slightly want to draw the belly button in here, just to protect the lower back. Okay, gently press the tops of the feet into the mat. And we hold it here. Feel free, if this is too much on the neck, to bring the head down, look directly down at the mat. Close the eyes. You might be feeling this through the shoulders. It is hard work, especially as we are really pressing away and creating that space. Now we have an option to either stay here or we've got about 1 more minute in this pose. So either staying here or coming up into seal. So you begin, really press into the palms of the hand, you begin to straighten the arms. Okay, once again, draw the shoulders down, so check that they're not coming up towards the ears. Draw them down and away. If you have any lower back issues, I would recommend staying down in Sphinx. Here you can be looking straight ahead or softening the gaze, taking some pressure off. Keep thinking about creating that space between yourself and the mat. It is quite a strong pose, especially for a yin pose. but stay with me. We're here only for 3 more breaths. One more breath. Take your time. And as you exhale, bring the body down. Turn your head to one side. Just bring your arms into cactus arms. And just soften the entire body. Let it go. Relax through the shoulders, through the arms, through your back, legs. Relax your face. When you're ready, bringing your hands back underneath so you can press up onto all fours. Let's bring knees and feet together. Tuck the toes under. We're going to walk back into our toe squat. Okay, if you're like me, you might need to help those little toes under. Let's inhale. Reach the arms wide. Reach. Keep the shoulders down. Exhale. Hands to prayer position. Now this is a perfect opportunity to think about your alignment. Are you arching? Are you jutting the chin out? Are you slouching? And maybe find a little bit of movement like we did at the beginning, forward and back, so that you can slowly come back to center, find stillness, and know that you are in alignment, stacking head, shoulders, ribs, pelvis. Think about stretching the back of the neck. Gently press the palms together. Shoulders are down. So thinking about all of that. And we do have the intensity of the stretch going on in our feet. Take a break if you need to. And let's find 5 more breaths here. Into the belly. Take a break anytime at all, but especially in this pose. It is a really intense pose. And particularly if it's painful, please come out, take a break, and then you can join back in when you're ready. From here, release the hands down and slowly walk the hands out, uncurl the toes. And when you're ready, tap, 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 tap. Lovely work. Our final pose for this session, bring the big toes to touch, knees as wide as your mat. We're coming into our extended child's pose. Reach the hips back, reach the fingertips forward. Forehead comes to rest on the mat, or if you'd like to add some props here, a bolster works well, or a couple of towels stacked up, whatever it is you have to bring the earth up to you. If you're using props, perhaps turn your head to the side. So let's find an active pose to begin with. So reach the fingertips away, reach the tailbone back, open up the chest towards the mat. And then slowly begin to soften. So take the tension out of the hands, out of the arms, out of the back and the legs, out of the torso. And just allow everything to grow heavy. And for this last pose, perhaps, since we've been talking about alignment for the session, we could perhaps think about our inner alignment. And if there's something there that you'd like to focus on, that you feel needs work, something is perhaps out of balance. And if so, I just encourage you to take the next minute or so to focus on that. As you continue to breathe deep, extended child's pose is a perfect opportunity to really play around with your belly breaths. You've got the space to really just allow the belly to expand. One final breath here. Make the most of it. And when you're ready, begin to walk hands back towards the body. Tuck the tail under. And really roll through the spine. Your head comes up last. And come back to a comfortable seat to finish. Let's bring our hands together, prayer position. And before we go, let's just think about that alignment one more time. Lengthen. Really feel it. Feel where you need to be. You can mentally scan from the top of the head down to the tailbone. Finding that perfect alignment. Thank you so much for joining me today. If there is some work you'd like to do on your inner alignment, I do encourage you to check out the DediKate meditations, as there are a few on that. So let me know what you thought of this session. Let me know if you're also doing the meditations. I'd love to know what you think. Have an absolutely wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.